Well, how are you? Hello, 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 hello. Well, I hope you're all doing well out there. I woke up this morning with the most bizarre sinus attack. Ooh. And it probably has a lot to do with what's going on with the smoke in our environment due to the fires up north. Oh boy, I'm telling you, sneezing and coughing and sinus backup and headache. Oh boy, if I didn't know better, I'd think I was having a flu attack. But it came on so bizarre. It was really different. It wasn't like any kind of cold or flu or whatever. It was just my sinuses just said, no more, you know? So what I should have done was went into the kitchen and got me some salt and some water, heated it up, and gargled and flushed out my sinuses. But I didn't do that because I was ripping and running to get out of the house so I can get down to the studio to address you. So here I am with my sinuses all backed up and my voice is weird, you know, so I apologize. Please forgive my rush. But this smoke is just too much. You can't see it, you know, but it's toxic. It's toxic. So please be careful. If you don't have to get out there in it, don't. I was watching people down at the San Leandro Marina walking around the usual mile-long walk out in the marina. And, you know, it's bad enough that we're close to the draft of the airplanes landing at Oakland Airport. So a lot of their toxic stuff is coming from their gas, you know, fumes or whatever is coming out of the engines. But now we've got all of this smoke coming in. So it's good to get out if you have to get out. You know, but it might be right now more toxic outside than it is inside. Normally, it's the other way around. So if you don't have to go out, you know, it might not be a good idea. It might be the best idea to stay in where your air might be cleaner. We don't want to wake up like I did this morning with the sinuses all backed up and the throat's all messed up. You know, hey, that's no fun, okay? We want to start out our day with a breakfast. Speaking of starting out our day, someone sent me a very nice email, and I couldn't copy it off because my printer was out of ink. And it's unfortunate, but numerous people in my household, or even those coming to visit through the household, grandkids, use the printer. And when I get ready to use it for addressing issues that I need to bring to you, the ink's gone. Okay? So, but in essence, I will try to explain some of the things that was in the email I got. And I can't remember the name of the website, but it was so nice. I really need to bring it to you. And I will on the next occasion that I come in and record. What it was it was an email about the different things to help your brain stay healthy, to avoid damaging your brain. And of course, there are a lot of things that we've talked about over the last couple of years, the same things, drinking plenty of water and proper nutrition, you know, all of these things. Avoid, if you can, obesity. You know, well, a lot of people can't avoid it. I am very, very heavily overweight and considered obese. But, you know, this is a medical condition that came from kidney failure. Actually, I was wearing a size 5 when believe it or not, I am a small person normally. But that normal has been gone for a long time. But when my body became toxic because of the kidney failure, I started blowing up like a balloon. So please understand that sometimes obesity has nothing to do with eating, okay? Because in my case, that definitely, was a situation. When my kidneys failed, my body backed up, and I blew up like a balloon, toxic with fluid and everything else. And then once you are lucky enough to get through dialysis to acquire a transplant, if you're blessed enough to get a kidney that matches, and I did, it was cadaver. Thank the Lord and thank the family who donated it. Well, yeah, then they pump you up with fluid to flush out your kidney when they put the new kidney in. So there you go, another 10 pounds. Bloop, 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 bloop. So they assured me that after my kidney was in, that I would lose the weight, it would drop off. No, didn't go anyplace. No. Okay, it was quite a while before I can get really physically active, but I really never became an athlete. I wasn't one before my kidneys went out. I didn't become one after my kidneys went out. So my point is, sometimes obesity has nothing to do with what you put in your mouth. It has to do with what your thyroid's doing, what your hormones are doing, and a lot of other things. So before you fix your mouth to criticize someone because they're considered obese, check yourself, because you might come next. Even though you have control of your diet and you're a good person to choose your food well, then don't fall into the trap of getting sick, okay? Have mercy and grace on other people, because the next person that falls in that trap might be you, all right? So don't go around criticizing people, putting people down. All right, how'd I get there? Okay. This email that I got, it was talking about keeping the brain healthy. One of the things they mentioned is something that I'm very guilty of. I'm very guilty. Eating breakfast. Now, eating breakfast is your first meal of the morning. Your body's been resting, hopefully, all night, getting a good sleep, and that's critical for your brain. You've got to get that sleep, because there are things in your brain that will not produce to clean out the plaque if you're not sleeping, resting. You have to go into your deep sleep, your sleep realm, in order for these things to function, okay? Your intestines need to rest, right? But when you wake up, the first thing in the morning, you need to refresh your body with adequate nutrition. The most important meal of the day is that breakfast. Get yourself ready for what's coming at you in the day, what you got to deal with. You know, cold shower, first thing in the morning, so get the nutrition flushed to your brain. Right? So, are you eating breakfast? I haven't been eating breakfast, so I'm guilty. Let's get it together. A new year is creeping up on us. A new mindset. Let's start out our morning with breakfast. Let's get the sleep. Forget about the extra job. Forget about that one more phone call. Go to sleep at night. Leave all your electronics in the other room. Get your rest. Because if without your brain, you're useless. So you want to keep it healthy. You don't want those cells to die on you. You don't want to end up with diseases of the brain because it did not get the proper nutrition. Okay? So it's eat well. Drink a lot of water. Okay? Yeah, a lot of water. And if you're having problems drinking a lot of water, get you a nice gallon container and keep you some clean water in that container. Carry it around with you. And so you know you at least drink that amount. All right? So we have to kind of line our lives up to whereas people used to have pictures at their bedside. They would have pictures on the table. They would have pictures in the cooler. So they made sure they had good, clean water. Of course, they had to go out to the well to get the water. They might have had to walk a long distance to the river to get the water, but they got plenty of water. They understood how important it was. And how many times do you run over to your dog to give your dog water? Think about it. You care more about your dog than you do for yourself. Come on. Who's going to take care of your dog if you deplete your body of adequate water supply? We have to put our priorities together. And I'm guilty too, just like you are. You know, I need to put my priorities together. Get that breakfast in the morning. Get plenty of rest. Get a lot of water. You know, don't eat a lot of sugar. Stay away from stimulants. If you're tired, then consider the nutrition that you need. And if that's not working, then you maybe have a chemical imbalance. Make sure your thyroid is functioning properly. That's very, very critical. A lot of people don't know about the thyroid, the parathyroid. Those things are really important when it comes to your metabolism. And your body being able to break down hormones are important too. Okay, listen now. I know we're talking about the brain, keeping the brain healthy, but this one thing I've got to address, okay? There is an organization, and it's called DignityOnWheels.org. This organization is really very critically important in today's society, and I'm going to explain to you why. First of all, I want to tell you that they're obviously having a problem with finances. And I'm talking about this because I want you all to think about everybody wants money, the politicians, and I mean, you're getting begged every different direction for money. But I want you to listen to this, okay? DignityOnWheels.org is an organization that goes around to different areas with a truck that provides opportunity for homeless people to take showers. They could take a shower to get cleaned up, and they could wash their clothes. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, because, you know, we could step into the bathroom and turn the water on and it runs, and we take a shower, wash up when we feel like it. But can you imagine, first of all, being homeless and squatting in whatever place you could find that might be safe enough to sleep for the night or the day, be it cold or hot sun, whatever. And you might have a doctor's appointment, and then you've got to, and lucky enough to get a doctor's appointment, and then you've got to go smelly, you know? We smell ourselves, right? So you know they can smell themselves too when they're not clean. So how do you think they feel when they want to go into a restroom and they're not allowed to because they look dirty and then they smell dirty? They can't go into a restaurant. They're banned from every place. They're banned from everything. And one of the things that can separate a person that's homeless and the appearance of being homeless is taking a bath, washing their hair, cleaning up. Well, this organization provides free showers, okay? To everyone, first come, first serve, and they do the wash the clothes. They're hurting because the facility cannot keep up with the equipment, you know, and so those things break down. They need to be replaced. And they're providing a service not just to the homeless in various places in the Bay Area, but they're also providing a service for emergencies like the fires or disaster areas, and especially when you have the powers out. You know, they're providing a service not just to the homeless, but to other people too. And one day it may be you that need that service. They need money to keep those machines running, to keep the equipment up. And it's so painful for the people that go to these locations where they're supposed to meet up with a truck early in the morning or late in the evening, and the truck's not there or it's not functional. Some of them walk for miles on painful feet, swollen legs, to get to where they can take a shower. And then they get there and the equipment doesn't work. The pumps don't work. The generator's not working. Or they couldn't get there because the vehicle broke down. They need money for maintenance. Please consider, out of all the things you do, I don't care how small it is, consider helping this organization. Send them some money. No, they do not know that I'm announcing this on the radio. Okay? They don't know that. I just know that one of the homeless people that I've talked to has been telling me over the last couple of months about the problems that he's been having getting a shower. So I've taken it upon myself to put this out there. I want you to know about this. I want you to address this. You know, I mean, every place we turn, there's a need for money. But when you spend it, you can only spend it once, right? So just take a little bit out of what you're about to spend for whatever you need to spend it for. And consider sending $5, $10, whatever. Whatever you can send to keep these showers flowing. Because these people really need this, especially now, the winter times here. And it's cold. Cold to the bone. I mean, you're out there in the street and you cannot stop the chill. And it goes all the way through you. And here comes the wind. Here comes the rain. But oh God, it's Wednesday and I can get to a hot shower. Think about it. It's all of us. It could be any of us at any time. So let's keep these facilities available. Let's keep these machines rolling, and keep these people with some dignity by being able to take a hot shower and wash their underwear. Okay? All right. I'm finished with that. I love you, and I hope you're going to be able to help them out. All right, let's talk about, what else was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about something else. I had all these grand things planned that I was going to talk about this week. And I had my husband sitting at my side. I said, I got to talk about this. I've got to do with that. I've got to do with the other. And when it comes time for me to come into the studio, all of that goes out the window. Because by the time I get here, something else has come up. Something else has intruded into my mental capacities. Oh no, this has got to go. And you know who's doing that, don't you? It's the Lord. He said, no, you plan, but he has his plans. So you've got to step aside and speak what he gives you to speak. Okay? So now the holidays are upon us. Okay? We've got Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas coming up. And I just want you to remember, please, these are holidays that were created by man. And of course, they set aside some time for family, and they set aside some time to exhort the Lord, the birth of the Lord. But we need to do this every day. Have a time set aside to come together with your family and to give them respect and honor and forgiveness. But this is something we need to be doing every day, every single day. And this might be just a time to remind us of this. Not a time for stress. Not a time to be concerned about what you don't have, what you cannot provide. The memories that you had as a child, that you had no responsibility in preparing the things to celebrate the holiday. And your expectations are, I want to have the same holiday no, you can't. You can't have the same holiday you had when you were a child because you had no input. You were on the receiving end. And now as an adult, you're trying to create that same thing. So now what you want to do during this time, of transformation of the seasons is put all the stress on yourself trying to create something from your childhood. And you don't know what your parents went through. But avoid the stress. Give the love. Don't get caught up in that. Please don't get caught up in that. The world is full of so much stress. And we were talking about brain injury. That's another thing you can do, is excessive stress. Creating stress. And I'm finding that most people that I encounter that are dealing with excessive stress and having mental breakdowns, the brain deterioration, the cells dying in the brain because of excessive stress, they're bringing it on themselves. They're creating it themselves by choice. Don't bring stress into your life. You're going to get enough of it targeting you, okay? There's enough of it around the world, down the street, around the corner, targeting you. Don't create it yourself by going into the holiday season and getting caught up in a materialist quest. Take it as it is, a cold time that you want to be warm, and make sure you give warmth to others, spiritually and physically. That's it. Don't chase that materialistic thing. Don't get caught up in that, because it feeds nothing but negativism, stress, and pain. We're going to wrap this up. God bless you. I love you so much. And I hope that you have all the health and your family and the blessings that will come to you that God meant for you. So take it easy, and we'll get together with you again in a couple of weeks. Okay? Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you.